Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is September 18th. It's a nice Tuesday. I'm Gunnar. I'm Dine. Call me Dine, and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Remastered. This is a fan remake of the original Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, courtesy of Dark Design Studios, using RPG Maker. I have a nice little title screen here. We can play the game, view the manual, check for updates, troubleshooting, or just quit. Of course, we're just going to play the game. And a few other things at the bottom there. And it doesn't give the website for where I was able to download the game. Dark Design's main page is currently down, so I had to get it from their forums. I'll provide a link for where you can download this. For now, let's just go ahead and get right into it. And let's begin. Zoom in a little bit, courtesy of Dark Design again. And you actually have to kind of push the button to push this along. Remember, Final Fantasy was originally made by Square. Mystic Quest was made by Square, not Square Enix. Gold copyright notice. And here's our nice little title screen. Not quite as flashy as the original. Nice little skyline there. Same music. And let's go ahead and start a new quest. I don't know if I'm going to give the same voices as I did the characters in the original game, but I'm going to stick with the original names. So we're thrown right into the action. My village is gone. What on earth is going on? This place is going to sink any second now. Let's climb up, quick! So a few differences. One is there's no jumping mechanic. Quickly, run across before it collapses! And we did not get to see any kind of animation of it falling this time. Look over there. That's the focus tower. Once the heart of the world. An old prophecy says the Vile Four will steal the power of the crystals and divide the world behind 4 doors. And at that moment the night will appear. The prophecy has now come true. 4 monsters have locked the doors of the focus tower and escaped with the keys. They're draining the light from the 4 crystals of the earth, and the wind is in chaos. The people are in desperate need of help. Benjamin, only you can save the crystals and the world. Me? Yes, you, Benjamin. Only you can be the knight spoken of in the prophecy. Look out, it's a monster! And our first fight, again, with a behemoth. Much more intimidating than with the Super NES graphics. But actually, a much easier fight. A lot more HP at the same time, though. That leg sweep only does 3 damage, but it can stun you and make you lose a turn. In reality, just keep attacking, and there's really no way to lose. Of course, there's a traditional HP MP system in this one, as you can see. And I don't think Ben has any skills yet. Not yet. Much greater degree of items, a lot more use for money, a lot more weapons. That's definitely the start off on this. And I may do each of the 4 crystals per video, because while this is a bit harder than the original, it's not really that much longer. I beat the original in 6-7 hours. I beat this one in 10 on my first run. Yep, we only took off half HP. Behemoth Tail, that's just a trophy item. Seems I was right. At last I found a true knight. But you said you were sure I was the one. Well, actually, it was more of a guess. Really nice, guy. Forget it. Just tell me where I can find the crystals. I'm going to accept this destiny without question, just to shut you up. It's up to you to find them. This place is becoming dangerous. Follow me to the level forest. Now, I'm going to explore a little bit. Got to get out of here. Who was that guy anyway? He just up and disappeared, and I walked down not where a ladder was. Okay, here's the world map. You can fully explore the world map this time. There you are. What do you think I should do first? Save the Crystal of Earth. See you. I'm not going to give you any advice this time either. Off he goes again. Now you can't, and I think you can dash. Yeah, hold shift to dash. And there are random encounters along with pre-existing encounters in this version. And you want to get as many chests as you can. They do not respawn. And since I am alone and at half HP, I'm just going to run from battles at the moment. I'm going to try something. Because you can explore the world and even go into Foresta before you talk to the guy. So I'm actually going to try talking to Kaeli before I get the tree with her. No, she's not here. So yep, you can't even get Kaeli in your party or talk to her before you get that tree with her. But at least you can rest up. And you can save anywhere in the game on this version. It is highly recommended you do so, because a game over is a game over this time. Meaning you'll have to restart at your last save point. And there are some very cheap enemies, especially early on. We'll come back here. Go back to the level forest. And this time talk to the guy over here. Young man, that boulder is blocking my way back to town. Would you shove it aside? I just went to town, guy. Thank you. If you want to go through this forest, find Kaeli and Foresta and give her this tree with her. So he disappeared. Go ahead and pick up what we can get in here. And here's our first regular battle that I can stand a chance of surviving. But yeah, enemies in this game have a lot of HP compared to the original. At least 110, 150 for those guys. And this video will feature a lot of early grinding. I apologize for that. There's really no way to do it off screen without cutting the video into 2 10-minute segments. And I don't know how to get to that chest. That's one that got away from me in the previous time through. And actually, after you restore the Crystal of Earth, you can't get back in here anymore. And the music sounds a little bit different than it did in the original. It's just a different file format. I think the sound formats on the Super NES use something called .sfc, and these are MIDI files used in the game itself, in the remake itself. I should be able to handle these guys. For the most part. Yeah, you want to do enough early grinding at the beginning of the game so Benjamin learns Cure. I think he gets about level 4, level 5, because he's your only healer for a good while. And he also learns offensive holy abilities that make him really powerful until he gets his best weapons. And he learns a skill at endgame that makes him one of the best attackers. I mean, look at that. Just trying to take on 3 of those guys drained most of my HP. So I'm going to come back in here after I get Kaeli. Head back to Foresta. And your region in the world map, of course, determines what monsters you run into. If you try to go to different places too early, you will die. I'm Kaeli. There's an evil tree poisoning the trees in the level forest. I can chop down the tree, but the monsters have taken over the forest, and I can't get to it. I can help you with that. Come on, let's go. Don't you dare take Kaeli anywhere dangerous. And the mother sounds younger than the daughter. Listen, Mom. She looks younger. Hey, that tree with her looks awful. How much the trees must be suffering? Okay, you win. Okay, Kaeli gets her trusty axe, just like before. Don't worry, Mom. So, looking at her, she starts off at level 7. Axe, Circlet Robe, Magician Bracelet, so some fairly decent equipment. Her class is Mage. And just like before, she's fairly good at physical fighting and magic. The most balanced of the two, between the 2 mages. Phoebe is also classified as a mage, but definitely leans towards magic. Now, the bestiary is bugged. Last time I only got about 13 different enemies before it stopped adding them. I'll keep an eye on it in here. Got 101 different enemies, some maybe more, maybe less. Skills, Kaeli starts off with regular offensive spells. Will come in handy. Yeah, go ahead and save. As you can see, the end game you have a full party. Benjamin, Kaeli, Reuben, and Phoebe. We'll see that when the time comes. And usual options here. I never really played with these, that's why I'm taking a look at them now, but I'm just going to stick with blue. Yep, blue. So I can go ahead and turn on auto dash. Yeah, you can quit back to the title screen from the options menu as well. We have auto dash on, that's going to save a little bit of time. Hello to the person who just came in. So we got turned into an old elf. So we know that. We can try to go to both the Mountain Dungeon and the Focus Tower, but there are mysterious force fields, as they call it, to prevent you from entering, so plot devices are still in place. Just like in the original, we can explore Foresta and loot some treasure. We are going to need it. Especially the red chests. Red chests are always equipment. So the steel shield is found here rather than the bone dungeon. And the other characters can equip shields as well, just not all of them. So once you get some new equipment, always make sure everyone can equip anything that's better. And you got the usual items that increase stats. I just gave them all to Benjamin, since he's with you the whole game. And it really came in handy against the bonus bosses, let me tell you. Those guys are hard. Okay, some more information about Kaeli. Nice small town. And I want to get to Benjamin to level 4, maybe level 5 before I try to attempt the boss in the level forest. And regular potions are kind of worthless. Save your money for high potions at the beginning. But fortunately, you get plenty of money in this game. Let's go ahead and talk to people. Another chest back here too. I didn't see it at first. So yeah, 3 times high potion. That was nice of her to leave that chest for me to steal. Okay, gonna not go back into town this time. Explore the world a little bit, and random encounters are random encounters. Kaeli is our heavy hitter at the moment. Fortunately, the 2 of us combined are able to take one down per turn, so long as we don't miss. I really haven't figured out if missing is any better or any worse than it is in the original. And I think up in here, okay, I don't think it appears until after the Earth Crystal is restored. You have a couple of hidden areas that appear when the time comes. Yeah, I only have 286 HP, and 63 is a lot of damage for so early. So he's got haste. Okay. Yeah, here's a chocobo forest. And the best thing to do is talk to the black ones. They will restore you fully. So no need to run into town. It's slightly faster to come here if I can catch the guy. So free healing. Always useful. Especially later on when chocobo forests are in between dungeons and you can't get back to town easily. And after this turn, I'll go ahead and show off some of Kaeli's spells. So she's got plenty of MP for the beginning. You will need it. And you'll usually get plenty of potions from enemy drops. That's another reason why you want to save money for high potions. Go ahead and take a look at more spells. Now later on, magic kind of becomes obsolete except for some certain spells. Usually the most powerful single target ones, or the spell that both Kaeli and Phoebe learn at level 80. It's expensive, but worth it. So coming into the Wasteland Frontier, just as one line of map, I should run into some slightly harder enemies. It's always a risk coming in here, but better experience saves on grinding time. Yeah, just ouch. You attack twice. And I'm just stuck with high potions at the moment. See, even this is risky right here. Oh, you gotta hit Kaeli. Thank you. She can take more. See, just one or two battles can be really risky. The regular potion will be fine. And I really haven't noticed a lot of various enemy elemental weaknesses. That will be fine for this one. So yeah, that's more experience than before. Getting both item drops from each enemy is always nice. Oh, preemptive strike, I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, later on, once enemies become not worth fighting, it's just faster to run away. And those slimes are already reaching that point. But I can go ahead and attempt the first battlefield. The battlefields on this are slightly different. They all have 10 preset encounters with the boss at the end. And of course, the hard part is the boss. The bosses are all optional, thus becoming a lot harder than any of the regular bosses. But again, I just want to get Benjamin to level 5 or 6 when he gets Cure. And then once I get Tristam, I'll take on the battlefield. Since the plot is basically the same as the original, I am not going to hide any spoilers this time. Because the primary reason why I'm doing a Let's Play of this is no one else has done it yet. Wanted to be the first just to do something. Okay, some more high potions. Another heal up. See, the first half of the game is a lot harder. Once you get to the fire region, you start gaining experience like crazy. So more grinding, 101 to the next level. Should be 2 or 3 battles. Well, maybe one more if I run into 2. Oh, of course. Thanks, game! Again, just want Benjamin to learn Cure, and I don't have to rely so much on potions. And of course, those fire scrolls are simply items that cast fire on enemies. And again, just need to save very often. There's one chocobo forest for every region. Some are easier to get to than others. This is definitely the most readily accessible. Ah, Kaeli. Oh well. So Ben should be level 5 and maybe learn Cure. Nope, not yet. Crap. Well, I can attempt to take on tougher enemies. I'll probably die. Well, let's just see what the battlefield has to offer. And random encounters before the battlefield. Yeah, some of the battlefield battles are fairly easy, others offer much harder enemies. But I was unable to beat this first battlefield boss until I got Tristam. He's got a very useful offensive ability. But battlefield round 1 of 10, 3 brownies, not too bad. You can take them. Benjamin's already doing more damage than Kaeli with regular attacks. Oh, 1 hit kill. Nice. Critical hit. Yeah, some nice item drops for us. Save after every battlefield battle. I can't stress this enough, because some of these just get really hard if you're unprepared. So we've already got 2 basilisks. And since they attack twice, that's always painful. I thought that would finish him off. Okay, one more round for these guys, and I'll go back and heal again. Really no use for Benjamin's MP at the moment until he learns Cure. No, I don't want to enter yet. See, most of the battlefields I'll do off screen except for the boss. This first one's just the primary example. Okay. So some slimes. Not a difficult battle at all. These are the easiest enemies in the game. So plenty of money. Again, I'm just playing it cautious because I think starting at Battle 5 is when it really started to get hard for me with this battlefield. These rats are from the Bone Dungeon. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Enjoy the battle music. It's as awesome as ever. And for the most part, your party plays out pretty much the same as it does in the original, with one exception. After you about halfway through, well, not even halfway through, even just getting started in the fire region, you get an extra party member for the whole thing. So, you have Benjamin, Reuben, and the third person. I'm not going to say who it is. I probably already have in the previous LP. But not everyone's watched it. Okay, I think this is where it started to get painful. Yet these skeletons, they are such a pain in the beginning. They have like 400 HP, do 127 damage. They just suck. But they seem to be weak against fire, so I can take one out. I said take one out, Benjamin. So yeah, if they attack both characters, I'm hosed. And Phoenix Downs are pretty much worthless in this game. They restore you with 1 HP. Okay, 1 down. So, no problem using a high potion right here. And another one, I can buy more. Yeah, most of your money on this game is going to go towards restorative items. You just want to play it safe, especially since in a lot of battles, one person is going to be on full-time healing duty, whether with magic or with items. And one thing about Phoebe on this game is you always want her to try and be the ones to heal everybody in battle, because when it comes to potions, because she has a double potion effect on. And even herself using potions, well, using potions on herself in the menu also has a double effect. So 417, I don't know if I'm going to make it to level 7 before I go for the first boss. So more new enemies, scorpions. They're found further up, and they hit hard. Unfortunately, they're weak against Blizzard, it looks like. And the nice thing about Tristam and Phoebe is, even though they use ranged weapons, they have unlimited ammo this time. And in fact, they can even change out their weapons. For Tristam, it's not really a big deal, since he's the one who spends the least time with you. And Phoebe only has about 2 or 3 different weapons she can use. Okay. So 129. Kaeli gained a level. Okay, almost there. A couple more battles, then I'll continue on. Just gonna run from this one. Okay, new enemies, plants. So they may be a threat. Yep. So they got 5, maybe 600 HP. They hit fairly hard, but I'm getting stronger. Sleep pollen. That always sucks. Yeah, another nice thing about having more people in the party is status ailments are not nearly as annoying on this one. Kaeli, you need to wake up. Thank you. Okay, 1 left. I'm gonna have to go back and heal yet again. That's what Benjamin the one cure. We won before the battle music could restart. Yep. I'm not going to complain about the experience. And I talked about how broken some weapons are in the original game. They're even better on this one in terms of being more broken to your advantage. I will make sure to highlight those when I get them. See, we're back to regular slimes. So these are all preset battles that can either be really easy or really hard as long as you're prepared. And round 9. Just gonna jump right into it. More slimes. And we're too strong for these guys now. Yay, more potions. So I'm not going to enter the boss fight yet. I will die. So, 74. Might as well fight some enemies up in here and get that level up. Okay, they're weak against Blizzard. Or Kaeli just got that much stronger. And I should be ready to go once Benjamin hits level 7. Whether he learns Cure or not, it'll be time to move on. This is supposed to be a let's play, not let's grind. Yeah, these guys really aren't becoming that much of a threat anymore. Oh, 68. I should. Yep, Benjamin gained a level. He didn't learn anything, but oh well. Top off and head into level forest. Actually, head into Foresta and get some supplies first. Okay. Crossing back over. Might as well just run. And stock up. Well, yes, I need some medicine, so I'm just gonna buy as many high potions as I can. Phoenix Downs are, of course, better utilized outside of battle. Still good to have a few on hand. And I should be ready for the boss in the level forest. I'll head back in there. Now, I don't know if Kaeli can cut down any of the trees other than the one she does by default. So I really don't know how to get to that chest. I can't approach it. Talk to Kaeli. Kaeli here. Cut this tree down with an axe. And there it goes. We've got to reach the north exit. Now of course these battles are preset. The monsters on the screen, just either run into them or initiate battle by trying to talk to them. They're always the same. That's one of my minor complaints about this game, is the pre-existing encounters are usually always the same enemy for their sprites. So I'm going to try and avoid as many of them as I can, but I want the treasure. So I'll fight these guys as quickly as I can. Most of them, thankfully, are not very annoying. Okay. So one more will do it. So more potions, no problem. Freebies are always nice, no matter what they are. I'm just gonna run from these guys. And there might be something on this side. I'll have to, unfortunately, fight our way through these guys. But they're not a threat. I don't expect to gain any more levels in here, though, unfortunately. Yep. Treasure over here. And did I mention already that the level 4 ends up becoming a one-time dungeon? Because once the Earth Crystal is restored, you can't get back in here. So another reason to get all the treasure, you can. I have no idea how to get that chest at the bottom. The path is just blocked. So I'm submitting that as a bug report to the guys at Dark Design in this video. Okay, I think it's just one more in the way. Plenty of free potions from item drops. You missed! How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you! No, I used that before. Ah! Thank you, Kaeli. Alright. Oh, yep, power up. I'll take it. Again, give him all to Benjamin. Ah. Get out of my way. Yeah, there are a lot of pre-existing encounters in some areas, and getting around them is easier said than done. Okay, got plenty of potions. So, examine this guy. This must be the evil tree everyone spoke of. Let's chop it. Oh, uh-oh. Surprise! He poisoned me just like he did with the trees. Well, first boss, and Kaeli actually starts out poisoned this time, so you got to keep an eye on her HP. When it comes to the Minotaur, hit him with fire. And this boss music is pretty loud. So long as my voice is louder, that's all right. He's got to attack that hits both of us. Already proving he's going to be a bit more difficult than in the original. Of course, in the original, it took me, 4 tries to beat him? Whereas this one, shouldn't be too much trouble getting him on the first try. Yep, that attack didn't even hurt. So I'll keep Kaeli on the offensive, have Benjamin heal when necessary. Though their damage is kind of evened out at this point. And he's toast. So 25 experience. Thanks, game. Then again, that's normal for Mystic Quest. Kaeli, what happened? I'll be okay, Mom, as soon as I find the elixir. But that's in the Sand Temple. Don't worry, I'll get it and I'll be back before you know it. Then take this axe with you. So, free weapon upgrade. Take care, Kaeli. So they head north. And I'm going to head to the Sand Temple as well. Already at full HP. So, axe is slightly better than the first sword. I'm going to run away. It's very foolish to fight it solo on this game. There's a second battlefield up in there. Here's the Sand Temple. The Chamber of Life. Empty. Don't even know what to expect. And, well, we know whose theme music this already is. Hello, Tristam. Looking for some cure, kid? First of all, my name's Benjamin. I'm looking for elixir. I'll sell you some for, say, 90,000 gil. Oh, that's way too much. Listen, kid, this stuff is precious, right? My allowance is only 2 gil a month, so that's even a lot less than he earned in terms of GP in the original. And let's do it this way. I'm going to the Bone Dungeon to find treasure. You come with me and help. If I get the treasure, you get the elixir. Do I have any choice? When do we go? Well, there's a whole wasteland nearby. Why don't you whack a few monsters there and improve your skills, kid? The name's Benjamin! Tristam even introduced himself. Now, if you look closely, here's a back door in here. The Chamber of Death. Scary. The seal on this door shall only break when all 4 corners of the world are reunited again. So once the 4 crystals are reunited, we'll be coming back here. For now, come back here and try and take on this boss. If I beat him, Benjamin's going to gain about 6 levels. So the first battlefield boss, the Octolifter, I guess. And Tristam's life drain is very handy. It'll do about 500 damage. As well as keep him healed up. Making this fight a lot easier with Tristam than with Kaeli. And he's already got Thundaga. That's how cheap some of these battlefield bosses can be. So keep Benjamin alive. And thankfully he's still alive. And you should be down before Tristam runs out of MP. Thankfully he's not doing Thundaga twice in a row. Benjamin will definitely not survive that. That's the reason why I'm doing this, is to get him to level up. Ouch. Okay, good. I'm getting lucky so far. This guy took a few tries the first time. Now I'm just gonna keep Benjamin topped off. Okay, good. I saved a high potion. So yeah, 8,900 experience. So Benjamin shot to level 12. He learned Cure, he learned Spirit Bless, and he learned Holy. Whereas Tristam gained a level 2. So here's the Earth Ring. Handy little accessory for the next dungeon. Especially since it increases defense by 5. And Tristam, of course, comes with his own his own items, and it is possible to unequip him. I really don't know if anyone else can equip these, though. That's the other problem. And his ninja stars will automatically poison, but that is good enough for now for him. I may actually try to unequip him before I fight the boss of the Bone Dungeon. See if I can't steal his equipment and give it to somebody else. That'll make it a little more challenging, but hey, that's half the fun. So from level 7 to level 12 in one battle, not bad at all. And heading to the dungeon. So this one, there's a lot more tense in this one than the original, just because of those earthquakes. Whoa, watch it, kid. I'm not a kid, and what was that? Felt like a quake. This whole place could collapse if we're not careful. Let's take caution. Good idea. After you. So plenty of treasure to loot in every dungeon in this game. Again, it's worthwhile getting. Well, Benjamin's not strong enough to take him out in one hit. Neither is Tristam. But unfortunately, our defense is high enough where these guys are no longer a problem. And one thing I noticed is poison will not finish an enemy or a character off. It'll take them down to 1 HP. But poison is a very handy skill, very handy element to use against enemies that are weak against it. Okay. Phoenix down over there. Oh, missed a chest. Fortunately, the dungeons are fairly straightforward on this one. I may spend more time running than fighting, unless it's a pre-existing encounter. Hey, there's an antidote. Why don't we give that to Kaeli? That ought to heal her up. It works on poison everywhere else. And since there are no ethers yet in the game, it's best to save your MP. Fortunately, you can start buying them about halfway through. So the main reason I'm fighting the Basilisk is for high potion drops. Okay, so treasure over here, and I think the way forward is left. Plenty of fights to be had. Yeah, much better than when they were doing 50 to 60 HP on us at a time. Haha, you got poisoned! You got poisoned! Yeah, the poison will always do 10% of their max HP, unless, of course, they're less than 10%. More remedies. More battles. Yeah, sometimes the encounter rate on this can be pretty bothersome. A broadsword. Already got a new piece of equipment. And it is definitely better than the axe. And I need to stop doing that, because you push the cancel button to access the menu. I'm just going to let this rat walk over here and run by him. Because so long as you're standing still, they can't... Ah, crap. So long as you're standing still, they can't initiate battles against you. Okay. So another one to sneak around. And gotta get attacked anyway. Oh boy. The experience isn't worth the fighting. Looks like there's no way through here. Nah, I'll get us past this rock. Watch this. Cool, huh? Here, take them. I don't need them. So we get them for free this time. Thanks, Tristam. Just do me a favor, though, yeah? Try not to blow us up, both of us up with them, okay? And you can equip explosives. So they're a nice jump, but they are a two-handed weapon. So it's really up to you if you want to stick with one or two-handed weapons. Don't have a helmet yet. And I think explosives on this one only attack one enemy at a time. And every time you come through a new area, you have to blow up rocks fresh and go through that every time. So that's one of the downsides of exploring. Right now, the broadsword and the steel shield are better for the sake of playing it defensively. So I'll stick with that. This version definitely encourages more exploring. Even if the chests are consumable items, they don't respawn, but they're not guarded by 20 monsters apiece either. Okay, don't want to go in there yet. That's the way forward. Ah, more fights. I have enough high potions for now. And also unfortunate is that every time you leave a room and return, the pre-existing encounters get reset. So in narrow areas like this where you have to fight them all, make sure you fully explore the room before you continue forward. Alright, thank you, Tristam. That's another thing the random encounter rate doesn't really pay attention to, is whether or not you just got into a previous encounter. Now, one thing I've noticed, aside from that chest full of gil there, is that sometimes you'll run into a lot of encounters and then get a stretch with very few. That just seems to happen every so often. So it kind of evens out. And in most cases, regular encounters aren't too problematic. There are a few enemies that are painful. I think I only got one game over from a regular encounter. That was because the guy got a critical hit that was a one-hit kill. More pre-existing ones. They're the annoying ones. And then he confused my other character, who ended up killing herself. And that was actually a case of hubris, because I fought one of those enemies before. He never got a single hit on me, and I fought him again for the sake of getting plenty of experience. Okay, so more treasure up here. More rocks, more mice. Oh, rats. There's a difference. I actually read somewhere that domesticated rats make for great pets, but you want to have at least two of them in the same gender because they're very sociable animals. But never really thought about having a pet rat. I've got a dog, that's good enough. See, these pre-existing encounters are unfortunately even more annoying when you're more powerful than the enemies, because you have to fight them and you still don't get a whole lot of experience. But I'm running away mostly to save time. Because I figure this video is probably going to be about an hour, hour and a half. And of course the other ones will be longer. The other three regions have 3 dungeons rather than 2. Of course that's left over from the original. They'll take longer. I still plan on doing 1 region at a time per video. Alright. So I've seen a few people drop in to watch for a bit. The primary reason to get the chest is for the stat boosting items. And gotta fight at least 1 more set of rats. Maybe 2. I don't know if there's one near the stairs. Now, was this a pre-existing encounter? I kind of wasn't paying attention. I'm just thinking, oh, rats, I gotta fight them. Pun kind of intended there. No, I didn't need to fight those. Yeah, I've got to fight both of these. Should I try to sing along with the music again? Probably not. I think body attack and stun. They haven't really done enough damage to be worrisome. And they just keep missing too. Alright. So that's it for the treasure in here, almost. Okay, there's our first ether. They're worth their weight in gold at the beginning here. Go ahead and give Benjamin these stat boosts. Okay, now I'm ready to go to the far left path and continue on. Also a good idea to save. Worth it for the high potion. And more rats. Gotta fight plenty of these guys before we get out of here. And sometimes it's worth having both characters target the same enemy, sometimes not. Because if the first one kills the enemy before the second one attacks, they're gonna... which one they attack next is random. That's always been the case in RPGs. Okay, so the Path of the Dragons is right only for when the Path of the Dragon follows the left. I honestly really don't know whether that's supposed to, if that's a puzzle or not. But basically, go right then left when you're ready to leave the room. Those panels at the bottom there point the way forward. I'm coming this way for treasure first. Now we can escape. So come this way and try and loot everything you can before you go into the right side. I think we're getting close to the end of the dungeon. There are only 2 or 3 rooms left. And some of the dungeons in this are huge compared to the original, especially with fighting. But in some areas, it's worth it. Yeah, I want to fight you guys, I want to kill you, I want to move on. It's not really... well, it's a little more tedious and painful dealing with all these monsters. But if you're not used to random encounters or anything like that, why are you playing RPGs anyway? Okay, so Earth Scrolls, they'll come in handy against the boss. He's still weak against Earth. And fortunately, I can still get around some of these battles. Okay, give me a high potion. Ah, yeah, nearly killed him. Yeah, I got the fire scroll without a potion. Shame. Okay, the way forward is beyond that rock. And run from these guys. They're more trouble than they're worth. Another life up. Life ups are very nice. They increase max HP by 50. At this point in the game, that is a godsend. This will finish you. And the steel helmet, so Benjamin is fully decked out now, thankfully. 69 for anyone who wants to make that joke. I'm gonna lure this rat over here. No, go back down! Go back down! Might as well fight him at this point. These aren't the most annoying pre-existing encounters. I would definitely say the Falls Basin has them, just because of the enemies and how many of them there are in the narrow corridors. And even then, that's not the worst dungeon in this game. I watched Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play of Mystic Quest, and he continually lamented about the Ice Pyramid, but ended up having more trouble in the Lava Dome. So I agree with him that the Ice Pyramid was bad, the Lava Dome was worse. Okay, we gotta fight this one. Thankfully, there's only one. And the fact that they got poisoned is even better. Yeah, so these guys have nearly 800 HP and they're second dungeon enemies. 87 experience isn't bad for early on. Okay. Oh, nice little treasure room here. More stat boosting items. They give them out like candy in this. That's why Benjamin is going to end up so super powerful at the end of the game. Okay, good, got past him. And another ether. So we're set for MP. And it looks like the pre-existing encounters didn't respawn in here. But I'm not going to complain. Alright. So I think it's about time for the boss. Heal up and save. Also steal Tristam's equipment. I don't know what else he can equip. Keep the ninja star and the shield at least. I already have them. Actually, see if Benjamin can equip any of these. Oh, he can! Nice! So let's give the crappy stuff to Tristam. Seeing as Benjamin has well, less HP. There's another earthquake. And sure enough, here's the Flamorous Rex. Let's save again.
Oh, you'll never beat me. I have the power of the crystal of earth.
You have no vocal cords, how can you talk? Oh, you sound like you're a lot of skin. Okay, let's go ahead and hit him with Holy. It's expensive, but worth it. So hits him for 800. So this guy is really not that bad, given I'm probably over-leveled just from finding that battlefield boss. He does have a couple of nasty attacks like that Quake attack, but we're faster than he is. Oh, there goes Holy. Can't use it anymore. I'm not going to waste my ethers. But I will use potions. Yeah, until you can buy ethers, save as many as you possibly can. I always love those powerful looking attacks that end up not doing much damage at all. And he missed twice. Yeah, he's going to go down without too much trouble. Unless I keep missing. Especially since Tristam can keep his own HP topped off. Okay, a couple more rounds ought to do it. He has a lot more HP than in the original, but definitely easier. Yep, finish him off with the life drain. That's why it took so little. So Tristam learned mana drain. It'd be useful if I had to restore his MP. And yay, we found the crystal. Tristam always stole the Dragon Claw. Look, the crystal! Never mind that, get a load of this stuff. I'll keep this gold I found as promised. Here's the elixir. Man, you surprised me. You know, you're pretty good in a fight for a kid. Thanks, Tristam. You couldn't have done this without your help. Let's head back to Fresh and give this to Kaeli. Sorry, dude, but you're on your own now. Gotta go. I'll see you around, kid. Little typo there. The your. But looks like I'm on my own again. But the rest of the treasure's mine. And I should be able to get out without any problem. Sand coin. Oh, I kind of ran it right headlong into him, but I'm fully healed. These guys should be weak against Holy. And I have the MP to spare. So, time to get out of here. And fighting the rats with Benjamin alone won't be a problem. It'll just take a little bit longer. And I don't quite know how far I'm going to get. Definitely getting out of here. I may actually go up to Aquaria before I stop the video. Maybe because I want Phoebe with me for grinding purposes. And just do that off screen. So, I'll go ahead and go all the way to Aquaria in this. No one's watching right now. But I am going to do another video tonight. Probably the Lufia 2 bonus video, get that out of the way. Since I'm on a wired connection, I did a stability test on it by getting through the ancient cave and just seeing how many frames I dropped on that. I dropped very few, and in fact, just a bit XSplit. shoot, I can't see how many I've dropped, if any. Oh well. Yeah, I think clicking outside of the menu freezes the action, but the music keeps going. I'll take that over Z-SNES, having to pause the whole thing. I may use SNES 9X for the rest of my Super NES game LPs. But that time will come when it's time to get that far. If I can actually hit these guys, I'll go down quickly. Oh, try not to cough, my throat's getting dry. Yeah, this has been about an hour so far. A few more minutes aren't gonna hurt. Alright, let's blow this rock up. I've said it before, explosions are fun. Outrun the rats! Outrun the rats! Get out of here! The catacombs of Venice are flooding! Outrun the rats! Okay. Fortunately, once you're done exploring, getting out of each dungeon is not a problem. I'm still gonna run from the bastards. Okay. Now, up in here, a new area appeared, and you're not ready to go in here right away. You may notice, if you value your life, do not approach the cacti. They will decimate you. You can kind of sneak through the dungeon and get the chests, but it's mostly Blizzard scrolls, but I'm going to do that off screen. I'll come back and show that place later. Yay, she's a little girl again. She's no longer elfin. Yes, I'll get Kaeli the elixir. Hold on. Benjamin, is it really you? There's the elixirs, I promised. Thank you. Now I can visit Spencer and Aquaria. Why don't I go to Aquaria first and look around? Where is it? It's through the Focus Tower, to the northeast. And here, take this with you for luck. So, thank you. But it doesn't actually do anything. It's just a good luck charm. You can't equip it or anything like that. Double check. Nope. So, I'm going to stick with the Earth Ring simply because it offers a +5 defense. Yeah, see what the people in town have to say. So the prophecy's a little more renowned along here. So the people are back to normal. And in the original game, I got what I thought was a continuity error was actually my mistake. There was a little boy and a little girl who got turned into old people. I got them mixed up and thought the little girl had turned into the old man. Okay, nothing new here. I'm going to save my money. So most of it will go to high potions, even in Aquaria. And time to move forward. It's still not wise to fight it with Benjamin solo. And you may notice a big tree has replaced the level forest. You can no longer get in there. Let's come around to the Focus Tower Plaza. We can get in here now. Couldn't earlier. Here's the old man. So you rescued the Earth Crystal. Well done, Benjamin. But your quest only gets harder from here on. You ain't whistling Dixie, buddy. Remember, there is a wise seafarer named Captain Mac who will be vital for your quest. A girl named Phoebe will help you find him. But I'm going to Aquaria. Maybe you'll find her along the way. Anyway, take this key that I found. Whatever it unlocks is a mystery. So let's see Lucas key. Insert Mother 3 reference here. And we'll be able to use that a bit later. Not until we get back to the Focus Tower. And here's some interesting text. Aquaria Land of Water. Examine the statues. Focus Tower error Muller 408. And this is version 1.7a of the game, by the way. They haven't released a new version since I played it yet. So, Atrum Rex Rigismos Oriri Ortis Iterum is est inevitable. I'm going to assume that's Latin. That use the sand coin to get in here. That hole is decorative. Some more treasures to loot. And 1,000 gil. So anywhere else to explore? Sure enough. So 10 times flame scrolls. That was a red chest. You're supposed to give me equipment. Oh well, I get some sweet stuff in the next region. Okay. So here we are in the Aquaria Valley region. Let's come up here And here's the Libra Temple, or the Ice Valley Temple as it's called in this one. So the Life Crest, Libra Crest, it's kind of hard to see this panel, but once we get the crest we'll be able to go forward. And here's Phoebe. Hi! And she's elfin. Are you okay?
No, it's all hopeless. I give up. Aquaria is frozen. People are sick. Grandpa's trapped. The dialogue's the same.
Wait, have you heard of a man named Spencer?
But he's my grandpa.
Oh, look, let's go free him.
But we can't. I'm going home.
Hey, what's your name? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Phoebe from Aquaria.
You're Phoebe? Then I'm going with you. So you forcefully join Phoebe's party, just like before. So you have to come through the Ice Valley Temple every time you pass through this area. And just heading over to Aquaria. And she actually got ahead of us.
Let's go into my house so we can talk about what we need to do next.
Which way?
Over there on your left.
Okay, let's go. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what she's got. Whoa, excuse me. So she starts off with the Bow of Grace. She can equip the axe and shields. Nothing else. So let's go ahead and keep her with what she's got. She starts off at level 17. And I might as well upgrade, I might as well get items right here, right now, since I'm going to need them for grinding. There are no new items. This full potion, you don't really need any yet. You'll want them after you beat this region, so stick with high potions for now. That ought to be more than enough. And just get some other healing items. Remedies, I can get those later. I'm going to get some regular potions for now. I'm going to go ahead and talk to people, because I think there might be some treasure in here. I don't need to say thank you anyway. So as you can see, it's snowing in the background. Looks kind of nice. And I can't talk to her. Why can't I talk to her? Is her mouth frozen shut from the storm? That's terrible. Graveyard and a church back here. So an Aquaria house. Okay, the Fortunate Necklace. That's the same accessory that Phoebe has. Really, the Earth Ring's better. So the Magic Mirror has a different effect on this. It counteracts the Ice Golem's curse. And go ahead and move, gal. Thank you. So another free ether, whatever you want to say it. And so you need the Mobius Crest. I think that just warps you to Fireburg and back. And we'll take a look in the church, or the sanctuary. So the people are in poor health, poor conditions. It's up to us to solve the problems for them as usual. But free treasure. Yep, only in RPGs can you steal from a church and get away with it. So you can't talk to her either. Those books are actually in the way. But she'll get better later. All right. Cross over the frozen water here. Mr. Boring. Okay, we're at Phoebe's house. So that's what we'll do next. So Phoebe, where's Spencer trapped?
In the tunnel he was digging under here. The dirt is frozen solid, so he can't get out.
Can't we melt it?
Not until we get wave water from the Temple of Life. However, a wizard named Cognazo who lives in the wintry cave stole the transfer portals from the Valley Temple to the Life Temple. I would have gone before, but it's too dangerous for me to go alone. Monsters have infested the wintry cave, and no one was around here to help. I'm glad you're here, Benjamin, but what motivates you to help me?
I don't rightly know, to tell the truth, but somehow I feel like life in general depends on me accomplishing what life has asked me to do.
Fair excuse, so you don't like me then?
Huh?
I'm kidding.
Let's go get this whatchamacallit quest back then.
Right, to the wintry cave.
So that's what we need to do next. And that was a good stopping point. I'm going to do some off-screen grinding, get Benjamin to level 15 in level 20, and take care of some of the battlefields, get ready for the bosses. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Dine, call me Dine, and we'll see you for part 2 in a day or two. I'm going to do the Luffy 2 bonus video and start Kickle Cubicle before I get back to this, so it'll be a little while. That's another reason why this video is longer than usual. I'm Dine, call me Dine. You guys have a good week.